Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. If you're in the mood for a baby blanket or maybe something bigger, this is something that you can decide to do. We have the multiples to be able to change the size of this. This is actually a really easy repeat, but the instructions are relatively long because the coloring is working its way out. So we have a lot of similar stitches to each other. It's a color play issue. So this was using Red Heart with Love, and this was made in 2021 by Jeanne. And I decided to try today using Red Heart Super Saver Biddy Stripes in the colors called Galaxy, Moonbeam, and Pink Lemonade. So A equals Galaxy, B equals Moonbeam, and C equals Pink Lemonade. So it's a nice, easy repeating that you'll see today, and we're going to begin. You'll be using a 6mm size J crochet hook if you would like to. I think the hook is a little bit too big for this yarn, so I'm going to just decrease it, but it will change the size to a 5.5mm, but that's my own personal preference, so just be aware of that. You can also use this kind of concept for Bernat blanket if you use an 8mm size L crochet hook, but I won't know what you will need for yarn wise because it's a complete change. Let's begin and start. For those interested, in the video description is a link to this free pattern. You'll be able to find that, and there's also a crochet diagram that you'll see as well. You can chain 164, or you can do the multiples of 27 plus 2. So you go 27, 27, 27. Just know that when you do chevron like this, the length of it, as soon as you go in the up and down motion, changes significantly in the distance. So this blanket using a 6mm size J crochet hook is only 35 inches in the width, but the goal was just to keep it nice and relatively inexpensive with just using one ball each of the Red Heart with Love. So we're going to begin, and you can chain the number that you're looking for. I will do the first multiple with you. Okay, and so the 1 on the hook never counts as 1. So if I'm doing the multiples, it's 27. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. So this here would be one chevron. So even though it's this distance right now, once we start going across on row number 1, it's going to significantly change. So you can either chain then 164 or keep chaining in multiples at 27, and then at the end of that, if you're doing the multiples, just add 2, but the 164 has that additional 2 already added to it. So I will see you at the end of your chain. So I now have another multiple 27, and so if you're doing the multiple, make sure that you do add that additional 2 to make it 27 plus 2. So even though it's a long chain right now, you wait until the first row and you're going to see it significantly decrease. Let's begin our established setup row number 1. To begin, you're going to go second chain from the hook. So 1 and 2, get the back hump of the chain, it will look nicer. There is no border on this thing. So second chain from the hook and place in 2 double crochet into that same stitch or same chain. So we're going to immediately start going in the down motion. So in chevrons like this, when it's the top of the, I call it the peak, and when it's the base, I call it the valley. So we're going to go and do the next 12 chain going down towards the valley. So staying on the back hump of the chain, and count with me 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So without that 2 in the first one, you have 12 stitches going down. And it doesn't appear to go down yet. It will in just a second. So what I need you to do is skip the next 2 chain, 1 and 2. This is the valley, and it's going to lean up like this. So skipping the next 2 and do the next 12 single crochets into the chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we see the bend here. So we have 12 going up. So what we need to do at this point is that we need to create our peak. So in the very next chain, you are going to apply 3 single crochets into that chain to force the bend to go down. So we have 1 in there, and 2, and 3. And that causes a peak, so it'll go down. So how many chains are you going to use to go down? Did you say 12? Because if you did, that's the right answer. So we'll do the next 12. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is the last one. So we want to create another, we're going to create another, what are we doing? We're creating something. Okay, so we're going to create another valley. So we're going to skip 2 and go to the third one over. And how many double crochet, or how many single crochets are we going to go up? Yeah, that's right. It's going to be 12. So you're just going to keep going across your chain, going up and down, just making sure that at the bases that you're skipping the 2 chains, and at the peaks you're putting 3 single crochets into the same one. So I got 1 done already out of 12, and we'll keep on going. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And when you're going all the way across, there should only be 1 chain left over. Okay, so you got up and down, up and down. So the very last chain, so after you've done your 12, is only going to have 2 single crochets in it. Because it's an edge, it only has 2, where if it's a regular peak, it'll have 3 to do the full bending to turn. So this was row number 1, and it's going to get much easier from this point forward. So let's turn our work, and we're going to do row number 2. So it's using the same color as row number 1. So now what we're going to do is what is called the linen stitch, and the linen stitch will go exceptionally fast, and we'll just try to take our time and work our way through this process. And what I want to pay attention to the most is the valleys and also the peaks, of course. So we're going to start off by chaining 1, and in the first one there will always be, when it's the linen stitch like this, 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and this will force it to stay flat on the sides. To keep on going, chain 1, skip the next single crochet and single crochet into the next. Okay, so chain 1, skip the next single crochet and single crochet the next. So you're creating these spaces that you'll be using. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. So I'm looking for the peak here. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. I want to know a secret. There was 12 single crochets when we went up and down, so this is getting repeated 6 times. So that helps you to know that. So chain up 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Okay, so once we have that done, you should be able to count a total of, let's count from, no, don't count the edge one, but you have 1 single, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 singles, and there's chain 1s in between those. Because this is the valley here, we just want to skip the 2 middle, like we had been on the chain. So skip the 2 and just immediately single crochet the 3rd one away and start going now up to the next peak. So once that one's done, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next, and keep doing that until you get to the peak. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Chain 1, skip 1, chain 1, skip 1, and then chain 1. So from the valley here, from this side, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. After the last single crochet here, chain 1, and in the middle one of the grouping of 3, you're going to apply another 3 single crochets in there to force the turn. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now let's go down again. So we're going to chain 1, skip the next one, single crochet the next, and you keep doing that until you can see 6 of those or get close to the valley here. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. 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 Chain 1, skip 1. Okay, so let's just check. So I have not really been counting how many there are, so I just use the valley as my marker point that I need to take my inventory. So this is the first single after the peak. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles. Do not add a chain 1 because we're going to skip over the base. So skip over the valley, so skip over 2 and go to the 3rd, single crochet and start working your way up. So you're going to go up and down in this motion all the way across. And once you start changing color, it's going to become very obvious on how good this is going to look. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. So this would be the final edge if you wanted that. If not, just put me on pause and just keep going up and down. So just make sure you keep skipping 1 and chaining 1 to create the space. So there should be 6 here. So after I skipped over the valley, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So chain 1 and come into your last, so skip 1, come into your last one and apply 2 single crochets there. And we're ready to change color now to color B. In my case, that will be Moonbeam. And so I'm going to just trim off my yarn now. And I'll quickly show you how to weave in the ends. So you'll want to do this each and every time. That's the only time I'm going to show you today. So just pull through and put it through a tapestry needle. If you weave it through with your hook and not do this, it's most likely going to fall out. So just turn it to the back side and just ram it through some stitch work. So you're only going to want to drag the color through the color. So you don't want to drag this color through the next color. Just keep it in the same row. And you go back and forth a total of 3 times. And then you can safely cut that down. You'll want to do that with any loose ends that you'll have on this one here. So we just finished off here. So we're going to turn our work and get ready for row number 3 with the color beam. In my case, it'll be moonbeam next. Now rows number 3 and 4 are going to be using the color B. In my case, it's moonbeam. And so I've already fastened off my yarn at the end. I've woven it in, and this is already on the hook. And I'm going to show you a little technique here. So if you put this already on the hook and put it into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through. See the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a standing single crochet. So instead of going in, attaching it, chain 1 and single crochet, this is just a faster process, and it doesn't make it lumpy on the edge. And that's something that you can decide for yourself. So as we are going to go now, it's going to get much faster now because we're just going to use the spaces that were created in the last row. So you're going to place another single crochet into the same one that you did the attaching to. So the edging will always be consistent, and you can leave the tail end out of the way and you'll fasten that in later. So now, because we've established spaces in the last row, we are going to only use those spaces as we're moving our way down. So just chain 1, skip the next single, and use the chain space as a single crochet. So chain 1, skip the next single, okay, and use the chain space. Chain 1, use only the chain 1 spaces. So chain 1. How many of those will you see when you're going down? Hopefully you said 6. So chain 1 and go like that. So let's take a quick inventory. So don't count the edge one. Can you see 6 of those? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means you're done going down. You're going to skip the 2 middle and single crochet into the next space after. Okay. Chain 1, skip 1, use the space. Chain 1, skip 1, use the space. So how many of those will you see going up? Hopefully you said 6. So chain 1, skip 1, use the space. And now I can see that there's 6 coming up from the valley here. So chain 1, and you're going to skip the next one, and in the middle one of the grouping of 3, there's going to be 3 single crochets in that to force it to turn to go back down. And you're just going to go up and down in this motion. So chain 1, skip the next single right here and go right to the space, and you keep doing that. So chain 1 and single to the next space. It's hard not to mansplain this project. So how many will you see going down? Don't count the peak. Do you see 6? Yes, you do. So don't chain 1 after the 6th one, and skip the 2 middle and go right into the space after it and then go up. So single crochet, chain 1, and keep on going. So you're just going to go up and down in this motion. This is officially the linen stitch now. And how many will you see going up? Yep, that's right, 6. So from the valley, so do you see 6? Sure do. And chain 1 and skip the next one, and in the very last stitch, place in 2 single crochet. And we're going to keep this color going for 1 more row. And turn our work and begin row number 4. So you really can see it doing its magic now. Okay, number 4 is the same as row number 3. So you're just going to chain up 1 and single crochet twice into the first one. So we're not changing our color on this round, our row, so we don't have to worry about adding new yarn. So chain 1, we skip the next single and go right and use the spaces. So space for single, chain 1, and use the next space for a single, and keep doing that until you see all the spaces filled in before the valley. The linen stitch has a tendency to be very compact, and so it doesn't work well with a lot of friends as far as stitch work is concerned, but it works in this project. So you're going to come right to the space before the two are side by side in the valley, and there's 6 going down. Okay, do you see that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not chain 1, skip over the middle, start in the next space and going up. So single, chain 1, and keep doing that going up. So when you have stuff like this in a project, it goes really fast. That's why it's used in a lot of clothing. So this is the last space before the top. So chain 1, there was 6 going up from the valley. So skip 1, go to the middle one, 3 single crochets in the middle one, chain 1, skip the next single and go right to the space and go down. So you just keep on going down until you run into those valley ones that are side by side. Okay, there were 6 going down. You're not going to have to really pay attention to that too much once you get used to this pattern. It'll just naturally just hook itself out. So skip the 2 middle. Don't chain 1 after you're in the last one before the valley. Just skip right on over and then chain 1 and keep it going up the other side. So you did the first one, then chain 1. You do the next one, chain 1. So you're just going to go up and down in the same motion that you did in row number 3. And at the end of number 4, we're going to be changing our coloring. So we come to the last space before the peak here. There were 6 coming up. So chain up 1 and 2 single crochets into the last stitch. And then this is going to be it for this color. And we're going to move on to the color C after that for row number 5. So you're going to notice it's going to be kind of wobbly, but once you get enough of this done, it's going to be laying flat and it will look awesome. And it's the linen stitch that causes that to happen, just so you know. Let's get rid of this yarn and I'll see you in the next row, number 5, using the color C. 5, 6, and 7 is using the color C. Okay, so we're just going to start a new color. Create that slip knot on there and come to the last stitch that you finished off with and put it into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, and then single crochet in there again. So row number 5 is the same as 3 and 4. So just chain 1, skip 1, and go right into the space. And you keep doing that going down. So chain 1, skip 1, go right into the space. Chain 1, skip 1. Chain 1, skip 1. Chain 1, skip 1, and I'm just looking for the base as we already know it to be. Okay, so there's my base here. There are 2 in a row. There's 6 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't chain 1 after the valley, and then just jump to the next space on the other side. Single crochet and chain 1 and single into the next space, and keep doing that to get to the peak. So the only difference is the color choice, that's all. Okay, so you got your 6 coming up from the valley. Chain 1, go to the middle one of the grouping at 3 and put in 3 single crochet. And then coming down the other side. So chain 1 before you start, skip the next single and go right into a space. So I did get a video request on this pattern recently. That's why I'm filming today. And we come all the way down. So we see our 6 in a row. You see that? Don't count the peak. So skip the 2 middle and just jump on over and keep on going up and down. like that all the way across. In my case, I'm on my last chevron, so chain 1, skip 1. I thought the bitty stripes would be really fun to play with as far as coloring. And, you know, since 2021, this yarn never existed back then. So I think it's kind of fun to play with. So you got your 6 in a row, chain 1, and then just skip 1 and 2 singles into your last. And now let's move on to row number 6, and the name of the game is going to change on row number 6. So let's turn our work and begin row number 6. Okay, row number 6, we're going to now put in double crochets for this row only. And right where we're sitting, we're going to chain 3. That'll count as your first double crochet. In the same stitch, apply another double crochet. So what we're doing is we're technically doing the linen stitch again, but we're not providing any chain 1 spaces, and we're using double crochet again. So what we're going to do is just jump to the next space that you see here, and in that space put in 2 double crochet. So we were putting in single crochets into those spaces before, but now it's 2 double, and there's no chain spaces after this. So the 2 double, jump to your next space and apply 2 double. Adding double crochets into blankets like this makes the height grow faster. So Jeanne's provided a bit of relief for you here. And so you were going to have a total of 6 sets of these double crochets going down the slope. And you're going to use and keep going until you get to the base. Okay, so don't count the edge. So you see that there's 5 so far. So 5 groups of 2. You got 1 more before the valley. And you're going to apply 2 double crochet into that one before the valley. So you'll just skip the 2 in the valley and go right into the space after the valley, and then just do your 6 sets of double crochet going up. So it's an easy pattern to be able to remember because you're using a lot of space work. My apologies for that. Okay, so you got your last space before the top piece. Okay, and you got your 6 coming up. So you're just going to skip the next one, and in the top piece, the middle one, is going to be 3 double crochet into the same stitch to allow the bend to happen. And now we're going to come down again. So just jump to your first space, so skip the single, and put 6 sets of 2 double crochet going down. So I accidentally put 3 in the last one. Somebody's going to call me out on that. So just keep putting in your 2 double crochets in each of the chain spaces. And with the bitty stripes and the linen stitch, the stitch below it, even though it's the same ball, can look like a different color, which makes it really desirable. And you keep going until you hit the valley. Okay, so there should be 6 sets going down. Skip the 2 in the valley, and you're just going to go up and down in that same motion. Just make sure you do your peaks properly. And then you're going to finish off your final side with 2 double crochets in each of the sets, or each of the spaces. So the next row is going to go back to what we did on row number 2 to reestablish the linen stitch, because we're not skipping stitches in this particular row. We have to reestablish the linen stitch again and go back to row number 2, but we're going to use this color to do it. Okay, so there's 6 sets coming up from the valley. So just on the very final one here, just apply 2 double crochet into the final stitch. And you're going to keep this color going then for row number 7. So turn your work, and row number 7 is the same as row number 2. And we'll have to get ourselves reestablished for the linen stitch once again. So row number 7, we're going to get ourselves reestablished for the linen stitch, and you're just going to chain 1 and apply 2 single crochet into the first one because it's the edge. And now we're going to create the linen stitch again. So you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet the next. Here's the hint. It's the first one of the grouping of 2 that you're going to be always using those single crochets in. So when you get to the base here, you're going to skip the 2 middle double crochets because you're only using the first of the 2. So chain 1, skip a stitch. See, it's the first one of the next group of 2. Chain 1, skip a stitch. See, it's the first one of 2. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. So I'm paying attention to where the valley is. And so there should be 6 of those going down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only counting for your benefit, but that's what I would do. So you got this one here. You're going to skip the 2 middle. That's part of the valley. And just come into this one right here. And single crochet, chain 1. So this time now, it's going to be the second one of the grouping of 2. So skip 1, single crochet the next. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet the next. Skip 1. And keep doing that until you get to the top peak. Okay, so let's count from the valley. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So chain 1, and you're in the 3 double crochet here next. Skip the first one and put 3 singles into the middle double crochet. So skip 1, chain 1, and then start again coming down the side. So skipping 1, and it's the first one of the grouping of 2 for each of those. Skip 1, chain 1. Is any light bulbs going off at all? Hopefully so. It's hard to know from my positioning whether people actually learn or not. Okay, so coming down, there were 6 in a row. I see the valley here, so I'm going to skip the 2 middle. I did not chain 1 after it, just go to the 3rd one away, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet the next, and do that. So you're just going to go up and down in this motion to reestablish the linen stitch, and then the next few stitches or the next few rows are just following with what you just created here. But this is the end of this color in the sequence if you're looking for that. So you now have 6 coming up from the edge, or from the valley, sorry. So you've chained 1 after it. So in the turning chain, right into the chain itself, apply 2 single crochet into the end. And this will be the end of this color. So you're going to change to the color B before moving on to 2 rows of doing 8 and 9 with the color B. In my case, it's back to moonbeam. So these moonbeams are going to separate the other colors that you'll have. So that's just something that you can decide too. So let's get rid of this color, and I'll see you on rows number 8 and 9. Let's begin rows number 8 and 9. Is already what you already know. It's just the linen stitch again. I will just get you started, and then you're going to do those 2 rows. So start in the first one with it already on the hook. Pattern doesn't say to do this, but that's why there's tutorials. So you're just going to pull through, get the 2 loops, pull through the 2. That's a standing single crochet, and then single crochet again into the corner or to the edge. You can weave that in later. So you're just going to go down as the linen sits. So chain 1, skip the next single, go right into your space, chain 1, skip the next single, go right into the space. So what I need you to do is to do what you already know. So 2 rows of this, it's just the linen stitch, what you already know, and I'll be back. So I now just finished 8 and 9. It's the moonbeam color, and now I'm going to switch my color to A, which is this original color. And what you can do in the video chapters, rows number 5 through 7 is right here. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's a linen stitch for 1. It's the back to the double crochet and then reestablishing the linen stitch again. And you're just going to use this color. So you can reverse back to rows number 5 through 7. And all you're just going to do that from this particular point is that you are going to repeat rows number 3 through 12 8 more times. And then you're going to do rows number 3 through 10 once more. So what I'm going to do off camera is that I'm going to do my rows of the blue, and I'll reestablish the linen stitch here to be able to get to row number 10. Okay, and then I will show you the last row from that point. So this would be the end of the sequence. So this was up to row number 12. So you're going to repeat them 3 through 12. So 3 is the starting of the moonbeam here, going through here again. So you're going to keep doing that until you do that 8 more times. Then you're just going to repeat then rows number 3 all the way to 10 only. So you'll finish to that, and then we're going to do a final row. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be right back in a moment. I'm now at an end of a new sequence. So I'm at the end of row number 10. So this color came back in. So with bitty stripes, it does change tones on its own. So you see it the blue, and next time you see this blue came in and then changed, and so on. So you want to finish off with the same color that you're starting with in order to do it. So I only have 1 row of that color, and the very final, we're going to fill it in to make it look like the beginning. And that's where we're going to pick up next on the last row. On the last row, we're just going to chain up 1 and apply 2 single crochets into the first stitch. Just like that. And now you're just going to work your way down, going down the other side. So just start with the next one here, and you're going to single crochet in each of the single crochets and spaces going down. I'll show you where to stop in a second. So you're just filling it in to make it solid. We still need to maintain that valley, so we're going to come into the space before the valley. Right here, these 2, we're going to skip over those, go right into the space after and just continue to single crochet in each space and single crochet going back up. Okay, and then the middle one of the grouping of 3 is 3 single crochet to turn, and then you just keep on going down. So just go fill in those spaces, just make sure you jump over the 2 middle at the valley, and then just keep on going up, and I'll see you close to the end. Coming up to the very end, just single crocheting in each of the stitches, and in the last stitch apply 2 single crochet to keep that flat. And so that would be the end of the story. To be able to do this concept, you can see that the colors will work itself out really quite nicely, and it's a little fun project. So this is the Linen Stitch Baby Blanket by Jeanne, and hopefully you've enjoyed today's tutorial.